All righty, Dads. Listen, no need for a long intro, Cowboy Nation. We're going to talk about this real quickly. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to tell you guys right now that this particular team, this is what we do. And at this point, we can't cry over spilled milk. This is the philosophy. And when you have a mind that's made up, just like the Cowboys, this is what we do. We like to sign our own guys. That's a given, right? And then, with that being said, we like to bargain shop. And John Stephen Jones, he view the free agency as an overspender type of situation because you overpay for certain players. Now, to a degree, he is right, but to another degree, he is extremely wrong. And the Cowboys are looking to do less spending, and everybody can see that the off season is on the back of basically of what Will McClay and the scouting department can do. It's up to them. It's really up to them. Now, good news is, just for clarity, shout out to Dorance Armstrong. He had his best season. He had 5.5 sacks last season, right? So be sure for this week, maybe later on tonight, I will be doing a film review on Dorance Armstrong, and we're going to highlight some of the cons and we're going to highlight some of the pros. But shout out to Dorance. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. And they have not came up with the deal yet. They still are working out the process and the money of the deal. But we have to be mindful that this is the process and the procedure that this team like to do. We like to sign our own guys, basically. And unfortunately, it's not the guy that we want, that we can see and say, all right, this guy we know for sure. If you add in, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, before you shank me with the butter knife, at least try to. Think about this. Can you imagine the way we draft and the way we handle like Chris Hall and as well as Will McClay and all of those boys that's in the scouting department, the way they handle that portion of it? Can you imagine if they didn't have to do all of the heavy lifting? If we had a general manager that can really get some deals done? Boy, oh boy, that would help us out tremendously. Jerry, what's good, man? He said Armstrong with what the hell, I feel you, man. Appreciate you for jumping in. Brandon Brown said, "Who cares, right?" Sam Howell, hey, I like the kid. Appreciate you, Cowboys 2021. And this is the thing: when we look at all of this, Cowboy Nation, let's not say that this team would be trash because of those reasonings of not spending in the free agency. But what we can say is to get you from here to here, you got to make that leap. You got to go out there and get somebody that been around the corners. For example, like I say all the time, a new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. And that's one of the things that the Cowboys front office is aloof to. They just don't know how to get those corners. They don't know how they don't know how to will and deal correctly, you know. So let's pull up DA. Let's pull up DA stuff. Let's do this. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. All right. So DA, he pretty much, according to PFF, he had 6 sacks right here. And I think it's more 5.5. They just don't they just round up on their numbers. And of course, he had 25 solos. And if we look right here, 35 pressures, that's not bad at all. And if you think about it, 23 hurries. If I were to, and I think somebody else done already did the side-by-side comparison. Let me do the cheat note thing. Let me do this right here. We'll do the cheat note thing. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. We'll do the cheat note because somebody tweeted it, and I said, okay, let me share it, and let me do another way of sharing this information to you guys. I really appreciate you for jumping in to this episode. Be sure on your way in, hit that like, hit that share. Let's pull up this tweet right here. Let me make sure. Okay, good. All right, so according to this brother right here, Dorance Armstrong. He's 24 years of age, right? He had 55% of the snaps, 5 sacks, 22 QB pressures, right? And Randy Gregory, good old Randy Gregory, who is now an enemy, unfortunately. He's 29. He had 56% of the snaps, 6 sacks, 29 QBR. I mean, not QBR, quarterback pressures. So look at my guy, Cowboy Fan Talk. Be sure to follow him. He's like, ain't no way. We really gonna do the Dorance Armstrong versus Randy Gregory. That's my guy right there. Yeah. Hey, but this is what the front office would do. I'm speaking from the
No.
yeah. Check out my guy, Cowboy Fan Talk, man. Mr. Wrong be spitting some real truth over there, man. Oh my gosh. So and of course they go through this is the recent free agent signings that the Cowboys did as far as big moves, right? And of course, Keanu Neal, $4 million, Everson Griffin, $6 million, Randall Cobb. You guys remember him, $5 million. These was our creme de la creme, But this is how it goes, Cowboy Nation. Big money, I can't make this up, man. I can't, Cowboy Nation. So when we talk about these type of things, and we say to ourselves, somebody said stat don't lie. It is what it is. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more comfortable for you guys. When you know what's going to happen, it should feel a little bit more comfortable. But it is what it is. I truly believe, hear me out, Cowboy Nation. I truly believe that Willie, y'all put Willie McClay in the chat. Willie McClay. And all of the scouting department, they even out this mess with the front office inefficient ways as it relates to the free agent period. There's no way that we have, let me see if we can pull this up again, because, we talked about this before, right? Over the cap. We're going to pull it up again. Let's do that. Let's pull it up and go through this journey again. Let's go through this journey again, Cowboy Nation. And we said, wait a minute. They got money. Are they willing to spend that money? And we go to over the cap. Let me see, too much space on this side. Y'all bear with me. Squeeze that space around just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for jumping in. The name is Law Nation. Be sure to hit the like, share this content. All right, so we moved up because the Commodes were just ahead of us. Now the Bears, the Panthers, the Jets, the Seahawks, the Raiders, and the Colts. We moving on up, baby. We got this amount of money. That's $26.5 million. That's what we got. And if anybody want to pretty much say that the Cowboys got space, we are the Cap Boys at this point. Literally, we are. And I hate to say this though, but we are the Cap Boys, and let's be the boys. Let me show y'all how to draw it, right? We the Cap Boys, You just put an I right here, and then put a C. Oh boy, I taught y'all how to draw Stephen Jones, baby. He got the slick back, right? They put the slick back on, we the Cap Boys, baby. We are at this point and at this time. Y'all saw it live. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at John Stephen Jones. We got $26.5 million to spend. And there's no way possible that you can explain to me how Jeremy Sprinkle is better for this offense than an O.J. Howard that was just sitting there. You could have used 3.5 just to say, okay, 1 year rental for O.J. Howard, right? But what's going to happen, Cowboy Nation? is what going to happen. Y'all laughing at this. We holding that L right now during the free agency period. What's going to happen is this draft going to come around, and our guy Willie McClay is going to get things right for us, right? He's flat out going to get things right for us, Cowboy Nation. I go, Patrick. You can say it. I ain't gonna say it. Shout out to you, man. He says, "Baby nuts, man." It is what it is. And this is how it goes. Frank doing drugs. I feel you, fam. I hate positive Cowboy fans right now. I need time. No, Dre, man, you got them waves in their head. You got that do-rag supreme over there, baby. You better be using that blue magic. But shout out to you, Dre. Dre, man. That's how my hair is when I, believe it or not, when I get my hair cut low, that's how the waves be popping out there, man. We might be second cousins, Will McClay will save the day, baby. That all rhymes. What we need to do is we need to hold the front office accountable to all of this, right? And say to the front office, hey, man, we know what you're doing. You see, you got your son up there who's supposed to be willing and dealing, and he drops the ball every time. But the guy that pick up the fumble and run it in for the touchdown is Willie. Willie McClay is the guy. Shout out to you. Stephen Jones is trying to be Thanos and collect all of the cap and destroying the teams at whatever cost. We're in the end game now. Yeah, you're right. You know what somebody need to do? Somebody need, that scene when the Hawk got kicked out of that spaceship, right? And he fell to the earth, and they was like, what's going on? And he couldn't turn back to the Hawk at the time. And he was like, just shook, like, Thanos is coming. Somebody need to take that little clip. Somebody really need to take that clip and put ahead of maybe somebody else on there and just say, Stephen Jones is coming. Stephen Jones at the end of every season, somebody needs to just put Stephen Jones is coming. Just scratch out Thanos' name and just say Stephen Jones is coming. And then, Stephen Jones trying to save all of the money. That's just how it goes, man. Bills did release Cole Beasley, and the way that Cole Beasley went at the Cowboys and pointed out some of the flaws, you can absolutely scratch Cole Beasley's name off of that list, by the way. I think Basham is free. Now, to me, I did a video earlier on my IG page, and I was on my Twitter as well. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up this right quick. You guys bear with me while I pull this up. Here we go. No. Let me scroll all the way down. Here we go. I did a video on it. And basically, I was talking about this right here. Let me see if I can find it. You guys bear with me. And we got 5 more minutes. Okay, let me go right here. And I was talking about basically we still have options available to us. We still have some things that we can work out. We can hold on, Doug. I just cleared it off. Hold on, bear with me. We still got things that we can work out as a organization. We still have people that's available that we should take a look at, Cowboy Nation, that we flat out should take a look at. We should take a real good look at these guys right here. And blow it up a little bit better. And of course, Honey Badger, show of hands in the chat, who would like to see the Honey Badger on this team? Oh my gosh, man. The cheapest owner yet, the richest team on the planet. If y'all team Honey Badger, let me know. Y'all, if y'all team Honey Badger, is it a check mark for him or is it an X? And shout out to Woke Cowboys. Shout out to him. Is it a check or an X? Too much money, pass on him. All right. And too much money. So big old X for him. Bobby Wagner at this point. Do you want Bobby? Do you guys want Bobby? Is it a check or an X for Bobby? Because y'all pretty much X'd out the honey badger based off the people that's in this chat. Gold star for Bobby. Because we got 26.5. Technically, theoretically, we have enough money to sign all four of these guys, basically, if you really want to get to the nitty gritty. But if it's a situation whereas they already read up Dorance Armstrong, so we can put a big old X over this guy too, Jadeveon Clowney. Because in their minds, Armstrong have a higher upside than Jadeveon, right? So it's a big yes for Wagner, right? To get this pretty much team out of its woes. Big old. Plus, if the Cowboys can figure out a way to get Wagner. And when we look into this thing, come on, man. What old Boosie said? Come on, man. Come on. I'm going to have to find that drop for Boosie. You know, come on, man. And it's a big check mark for him. But will Cap, boy, be a problem? You know, this shouldn't be a problem for Cap Boy. You know, let me draw the little eyes and little C's right here. It shouldn't be a problem for Cap Boy. Let me delete all this. It shouldn't be a problem for him. It should not be a problem for it. These two guys right here should be a situation for this team, right? The Jones must be day drinking. I said in my morning video that I did pretty much the night before, I said that the doggone Cowboys really need to stop being lazy. Get out of the bed. You know, one of the things of being an entrepreneur and working for yourself is you don't answer to nobody's alarm clock, right? You don't have to check in at 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning to do your day job. And when you're a billionaire with a B, you got your oodles and noodles already lined up for you. You got your maid servant. You got somebody that can cut the grass, trim the edges for you, pay your bills and all of that good stuff. You don't worry about the small things, right? The Cowboy front office don't have to worry about the small things because he know for sure that there's nobody breathing down his neck. There's nobody saying that, hey, we're going to hold you accountable for not going after this guy, right? He'd have none of that pressure. He can roll out of the bed now. He can just not be waking up now, getting the crust out of his eyes, right? And saying, okay, let me check the market and see who's available. Because we know for sure he don't have anybody else doing that. You know, come on, man. You know. I'm gonna find that drop, man. Come on, man. Oh, man, little Boosie, man. So that is the situation, Cowboy Nation. I got to get out of here. One love to y'all, man. I done overdid my time. But shout out to Dorance Armstrong whenever that news hit. Appreciate y'all. I got to roll. I got to bounce like a basketball. I got a meeting at 11:30, and I got to be there. So DC for life. One love, baby.